All right, I'm live. Greetings, folks. TMOT back again for another drive time, and I'm going to make quick work of this one. It won't be long, but I'm going to point some things out to you, and I'm going to be doing more videos, but shorter videos as the time progresses towards the election. Okay, so I drove up here to an event that was, you know what, I got to do my house cleaning. If you can like it, you can share it. Seek first to understand, then to be understood, and never take the light of truth and place it under a basket. And let me explain those three things. If you can like it, you can share it. Many people, unfortunately, are lazy. They won't do anything. They won't share the wealth. When they receive it, they keep it to themselves and not passing it on to others, not their family, other loved ones, friends, nobody. They just keep it to themselves. And seek first to understand, then to be understood. Many people will think that they understand something and will take a position with someone that they deem to be their enemy, and they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. And then never take the light of truth and place it under a basket. If you have the truth and you see that someone is operating in ignorance, why would you take that light of truth and place it under a basket? All three of those things are going to be representative of what I am going to discuss with you in this video. So I went to this event, and that was sent to me by Josie Cruz, who is candidate for the 4th district. And, you know, I'm doing all that I can to support her because, you know, I'm a part of the 4th district, and I would like to see Hank Guam Tipping Johnson removed from office, as he should be. But putting that aside, I decided to get up and drive down here to this event. So let me tell you what happened. I sat out there and I listened. I listened to Angela King speak. Now, Angela King is the woman that was pardoned by Donald Trump and who has dared to run for the seat that John Lewis held, God rest his soul, even though I disagree with all of his politics, and he didn't do a damn thing to better the black community since he got into office. All right. So, but anyway, I'm going to leave John Lewis alone. You know, you don't speak ill of the dead, but I had to let you know that that is how I feel about his political service in D.C. So I made a video in support of Angela King. Her outspoken stance against abortion and what has been going on in politics, and her desire to go and do something different. I support her. And if I could vote for her, I would vote for her. But you know what? Since I can't vote for her, I am going to donate, and I am going to spread the light of truth to the many Negroes that I know, that I grew up with, that still live in the 5th district. That's a promise from me to you, Miss King. Now, moving on. Here's the nitty gritty. They wouldn't allow me to speak. So the guy say, well, being that we have, his name is Kendall, we have no other candidates out here. We will do our yada, 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 and, you know, move on. Actually, the other speaker was getting ready to come up, the last one. So when he walked by me, I said, excuse me, you do have one other candidate out here. So he said, let me go make a phone call. He went and made a phone call. When he came back, we have a rule that unless the other candidates are here, you can't speak. Now, let me tell you something straight up. Been doing this for a while, have spoken at many places. That is the dumbest damn rule that I have ever heard of. And if it's a rule, it's like the rules that they made in the Democratic Party when they wanted to remove the word God from their official platform. And Obama had to request that they put it back in because, you know, there are many Christians that still believe in the Democratic Party, even though they support abortion. and they didn't want to lose those Christians. And then it's also like the Republican Party that changed the rules as it relates to the plurality of states when it came to Ron Paul, when they were talking about putting him, allowing him to be nominated from the floor. That's what that was about. They did not want me to speak, and I'm going to tell you why. Because a Negro female that came over, and I introduced myself, and I attempted to give her one of my cards. She asked me, well, who are you supporting? I said, well, who am I running against? I said, Doug Collins and Kelly Loeffler. Oh, she gave it back. I'm a Christian, and, you know, I can't be dishonest. I got to be honest about that. And I said, well, you know, those people that you are supporting ought to be honest, and they ought to do what they swore an oath to do, to obey 100% of the Constitution 100% of the time. I didn't even bother to get into Doug Collins' voting record because she had no ears to hear, no eyes to see, no open heart, and not a mind to comprehend what I was about to say. I suspect that this group that put this out here, even though they are supporting Angela King, which is about expediency because she is running against or running for the seat of John Lewis, but contrast that with the DeKalb County that ain't doing a damn thing for Josie Cruz, who is running for running against Hank Johnson in the 4th District. These are things, deeper things, that people need to consider. So when he told me that, I said, man, that, you know, that can't be a rule, because it's not my fault if Kelly Loeffler or Doug Collins is not here. And trust me, after that last event where I spoke and they let Doug Collins go up last, he wants to be everywhere that I am not. All you got to do is listen to my speech, and I'm sure somebody posted his up online. It was nothing but him being on the defense, and nobody dared to ask him about his constitutional voting record. So, and I saw him yesterday, believe it or not, and he spoke to me, and I appreciate that, and I spoke back to him. I have nothing against Mr. Collins on a personal level. I have never made a personal attack against any politician, save for one situation, and I immediately deleted that video. You don't make personal attacks against people. We all make mistakes. We all sin. And that is that. So I will never say anything against Doug Collins or Kelly Loeffler on a personal level. They may be nice people to those that they care about, but they don't give a damn about the citizens of Georgia when they vote against the Constitution the majority of the time. Well, not the majority of the time. Doug Collins' constitutional voting record is, I think, 57%. That's an F. Loeffler's has not been released yet because she has not served for one full term. But it will be out there, and I promise you, it will be below 60%. Every Republican representative in the state of Georgia has a constitutional voting record below 60%. And every senator, the two that we have a constitutional voting record below 60%. That is abysmal. And when people try to criticize the two groups, the Conservative Review, I believe, and the Freedom Index, about being biased, I will submit to you. And they are not libertarian organizations. They are independent organizations that compare the votes against the Constitution to see whether or not they violate the Constitution or are in line with the Constitution. These organizations, being independent, are letting us know how we are being represented. The sad part is none of the voters will pay attention to that. They get their my God locked into their brain, and that's all they know. How long have I gone? 9 minutes, okay. 9 minutes, all right, I'm gonna stop at 10 minutes, because I don't wanna bore you. But that's the fact. This group talking about that's a rule, trust me, that is complete BS. They did that because they didn't want people to hear me. blast the rhinos of the Democrat Party and our support of them. And I'm saying our as Republicans. I don't support rhinos. I don't vote for rhinos. And I will expose a rhino wherever I see a rhino. That is what God has called all Christians to do, is to expose corruption where you see it. Now, I'm going to ask you for some money. I need you to go to GraysonForGeorgia.com/donate if you don't want to read any of the information that I have on the website, and donate. Now, if you can't afford to give $100 or $2,500, buy me a cup of coffee. All right, $5 is not that much. If you got something out of this video, anything out of this video, donate. All right, and also go and look up Angela King, look up Josie Cruz, look up Annette Davis Jackson, who is also in the race against me for Loeffler's seat. Understand our position. If you don't send me, send her. But for God's sakes, don't send Loeffler back, and don't send Collins to replace her. T-Mod out. Drive time till next time. I went 11 minutes and 24 seconds. We're going to stop at 11 minutes, 30 seconds. Y'all have a great day. Today is Saturday. Be blessed. Peace.